Hey friends, TUXX here. I got something super duper cool here for you today from Maono. This is the #1 best-selling internet microphone, okay, the DM40. It is legendary and it is something which you want for your home area, no matter if you're gaming, content creating. It really has you covered on a lot of bases. Now, before I go further, I do want to mention two things. One is that we'll have a link for this product right below, so be sure and click that link to get yours at the very best price. And number two is I've used their other products before on this channel, so if you go back in my queue, you can see that I'm a fan of this brand. I've used their mixers, samplers, different things in the past, so be sure and check that out as well. I'll have a link for some of my other products from this brand right below, okay? All right, let's go ahead and check out this wonderful microphone. Now, first thing that strikes me is I love the Maono packaging, like between their microphones or mixers. They have a very uniform look of packaging, very high quality, very giftable. Loving the matte black with the yellow. Very great, nice glossy picture here of the microphone. We do have a barcode there. Again, a link in the description. On the side here, we got some information. You can see it can be used great for gaming. You know, if you're like a top raider, if you're like a mythic raider, that kind of thing, like, you know, communication is so important. And no matter if you're streaming on Twitch or if you're just trying to talk to your guys in, you know, Vent or whatever program you use for chat, you know, Discord, whatever. It's the thing where you really want the quality of the audio to be good. You know, you don't want to have weird crunchy audio that sounds like bad or crackly or whatever. And these guys are known for audio. In fact, again, #1 best-selling internet microphone. So very cool stuff here. The brand itself means vision, okay, which is very good. And it's been very popular, and they've been using, you know, making microphones for audio professionals, influencers, you know, gamers for a long time. So these guys really know their audio, which is really cool. Looking at the back here, we do have some features here for you. It does have a mute button on top that is very handy, and it also does feature noise reduction too. I believe it's 3 levels of noise reduction. More about that in a bit. It does have a USB receiver that plugs into a very convenient little holder, which is great. It does have a pop filter. If you don't know, I did Channel 7 Fox News in Miami for a long time, and basically no matter if you're a news anchor or if you're like just someone recording audio like an artist or whatever, like, it's very easy to pop your P's and other letters. So by having a little filter there, it really helps create better audio, which is of course what you want. You know, it does have a shock mount, okay? There's a mic gain right there, which is really helpful too. Headphone button knob right there. So you have the gain and the volume kind of put together, which is really cool. Has a desktop stand, which is great. And of course down here you can see it is a 3.5 millimeter, okay, which is kind of my preferred, you know, computer plug-in format. You know, sometimes you get into 3-prong and different, you know, wire formats, but for me personally, 3.5 is where it's at for computers. You know, it does have power on and off, RGB. It has RGB. That's amazing. So it will fit right in with your different, you know, color schemes you have. It won't wreck your computer feng shui, if you will. You know, so very cool stuff. It does work off USB-C. Okay, very convenient. And of course, it does have a mic holder too. So good stuff. Let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to pop the top here and let the mic rock. Sorry. All right, here we go. We're going to open this up. There we are. And we are greeted here. I love the color scheme. The box, again, very good quality. Inside is black, so they actually went to the trouble of color coding the back, the front, the inside, all of it. We have a very nice little book here, very thick, as you can see. And it is color too, which is really nice touch. So really cool they include a color book as well. I'm not gonna go through every page of the book here, but shows what's included in the box, which is a microphone, USB-C adapter, the manual, and it does include the cord. You guys know I love new cords with new devices, okay? Talks again about the buttons we talked about from the back of the thing, talks about hooking it up, does talk about the pattern of the microphone. Let me just hold this to the camera here for you. You can pause it if you want. If you're an audiophile or audio engineer, you can see the response is very good and it's very user-friendly for helping you. Now, a few things here. I'm going to just talk about the frequency response is 20 to 20. That's 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Sampling bit rate is 48K to 24 bit. Sensitivity is -3 dBF. Okay. Signal noise ratio is 73 dB. Okay. So good stuff. That all looks excellent for, you know, a good quality microphone. And does have features here as far as buttons. Kind of goes through every page explaining the RGB. There's a lot of RGB color options there, as you can see, which is very good. Just hit the button, it kind of goes through the colors, which is really good. On and off buttons, very easy connecting. So you can plug into your power source for the lighting. and just have a laptop wireless adapter too, which is really handy. So very good stuff. One thing, and probably the last thing I'm going to show you out of the book here, this is important. The placement of microphones. A lot of times people have microphones at weird angles and things. You do really want it angled like that. You want it angled like this. Okay, so yes, I got the green check mark. That is how you want to speak into a microphone through the filter, through the pop filter. You don't want it turned around backwards. You think that's aimed right or whatever, but it is really not optimum for the best audio sound. Okay, so this is what you want. All right, let's go ahead and get into the actual product. Now, one nice touch they have here is they very often include a quick start guide. So they have, of course, it's a very in-depth book, okay, but they do have a quick start guide here, a one-sheet color, you know, with different things as far as doing the download link for the software, which is great. You know, talk about power button, talk about pairing devices. Again, I would recommend 3.5 corded, you know, recording wire as opposed to doing like a pairing via Bluetooth or something. It has AI voice changer, so that's pretty cool. You can actually change your voice, which is really good. We'll demonstrate that in just a little bit too. And it does have scenario for sound effect settings, and it does have a contact us on the socials. You can pause that if you need to, but very cool. I always appreciate a one sheet. Okay, we have the accessory box in a bright yellow box. Very easy to identify accessories. Let's go ahead and check this out. Love it when they include little goodies and stuff in a box, you know. And here we got a couple cool little included items for you. We have a divider. We have a nice quality. Wow, this is actually above and beyond. This is a very nice, thick quality USB-C to USB-C adapter. Okay, so very good stuff. And again, this is just any old cord. This is a really nice thick cord with kind of a nice professional, almost like tacky but not sticky, rubbery, grippy, I guess is the word I'm looking for, a grippy cable. So you can definitely hold on to that, but love the quality. It's thicker too, which is really great. And then here is the adapter for you too. So very good stuff. Does come with a little usual dry pack too. We'll put that to the side for right now. But it's cool they include those. And let's go ahead and pull this out. Oh, okay, that's the inside, all black. Wow. Let's do the unveiling here. Ooh. Oh, man, that looks nice. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. That looks awesome, guys. Ooh, it has a nice rubbery bottom, too. Very cool, so it doesn't slide. It's very cool. It has this little spot for the receiver. Okay, this is a USB-C receiver, so it plugs in so you don't lose them. Like, I hate the fact when devices don't have a way of saving this on the device, because you probably have a million of these. You don't want to throw in a cup or something, and it's very easy to lose these. So the fact that they have a nice little holder right there, you can see the holder, a little hole for it. It just kind of pops in just like that. It's very firm, but very convenient. So it'll stay right there for you. So when you need it, it's right at arm's length, which is really good. It does have an adjustability tab here, so we do have some articulation, but again, you want to kind of keep it like you're talking straight into it. So ideally, you wouldn't be talking into it like that. You'd be talking into it like this, okay, straight into it, going through the pop filter too, which is really good. Love the aesthetic of this whole thing. On the front here, you can see we got the brand, we got the pop filter looking very clean, very professional, and a very nice button here. This is a nice spin button. Has kind of a cool click too. So again, it does have two functions, both an in and out button and a turn button. So very good stuff. Now on the bottom here, let me go ahead and loosen this up and we'll pull this so we can all see it together. On the bottom here, we do have some little things. We have the 3.5-inch plug-in, okay, for the cord. We have USB-C. Right here, we have power and lighting. And then down here, we have microphone monitor, on and off. So we have some good function. That's just a slide button, just like that. So very cool. Connections are, you know, very easily accessible, but also out of sight, which is nice. We'll lower this again. And then on the top here, you can see we have a mute button. So very handy if you're a gamer or something, and if someone comes to the door, the rest of your guild does not want to hear you talking about, like, oh, do I have to tip, or like, did you forget the anchovies in the pizza or whatever? Like, they don't want to hear that. Also, they don't want to hear you chomping. Like, sometimes I'll be in a dungeon on WoW or whatever, and someone in the audio chat will be like chomping away at something, It's like, dude, I don't want to hear that, like, mute your mic if you're chomping, So it does have a mute right on top, which is very cool. Also on the back here, you can see, looks excellent. Just go all the way around. And of course, there's a lot of like this wire mesh. It feels, this is metal, okay, metal mesh. And you can see that the USB leggings can come through. But before you go further, I really want to see this USB, this lighting here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to plug this in. We'll be right back. Now, I do want to mention that downloading the software is a snap, okay? And you can plug this in directly. Your computer will identify this as a microphone, no problem. But you really should take advantage of the free software included, too. So on the quick start guide here, it shows you right where to go. It's very easy to get to that link. And then from there, you can just go ahead and click download now. It's really as simple as that. And then it will go ahead and start downloading the software for you. I dim the lights here just a little bit so you can really check out and soak in how beautiful this LED lighting is. It looks very cool, very chill, loving the colors, looks very professional, and I'm sure you can find a color match that will be great for your computer feng shui. Now, the included software is actually really good, so I strongly recommend you download and at least check it out. Basically, the first tab here, you have a sound recorder, which is really good. You can adjust your microphone gain, and you can actually control the volume, which is really good. You can control the noise canceling, which I found really effective, even running AC in the room. Typically, I would turn it off, but with the noise cancellation going on, you really couldn't hear the AC, so that was definitely a great touch. The second tab here is Scene, that is basically an EQ function to allow you to really customize your voice. If you ever wonder how like Howard Stern, Joe Rogan, these big, news personalities control that tone of their voice so well, it's from EQing, so it's a great way you can actually create your own sound. And then AI voice here is a lot of fun. Basically allows you to try a bunch of these free samples of different voices. It would electronically adjust your voice to sound similar to, SpongeBob or Deadpool or any of these little VTuber kind of people. So very cool stuff. And then lighting is really great too here. From this point, you can adjust, the lighting on your microphone, the brightness, as you can see here, and then you can actually set it to single colors if you want as well. So very cool stuff. And if you want to turn it off, you can actually, with a click of a switch here, you can just make it go dark. So you can actually easily just have no lighting if that's your thing. But personally, I like the lighting. I think it's pretty cool. Now, I do want to add that if you want to monitor yourself, it's very easy to plug in an extra pair of headphones here at the bottom. With the headphone, you can just plug in a 3.5, so that's excellent. And then from there, you can actually monitor yourself. You can see that right there. Headphone. Yep, we're going to plug that in just like that. Snaps in, very cool. And then down here, you can actually turn on and off the microphone. I like it on, so we can have that on there. And then you can go ahead and lower this just like that. And then now you can use your own headphones to go along with it, so you can hear your audio from the purest way possible, through the microphone on your own headphones, which is excellent. To recap, this is a Maono microphone. This is the model DM40, and that's Maono, okay? And this is the #1 best-selling microphone. You really can't go wrong with it. It is going to help you no matter if you're trying to make content, if you're trying to stream, if you're trying to, just talk to your guildmates on Vent or Discord or whatever you're using. It's going to have a clearer, better sound. And it has some really thoughtful touches too. A few stats I definitely want to mention for you is the capsule itself is 14 millimeter. The battery life is 40 hours. And that's with the RGB off. If you have RGB off, that's over a day and a half roughly of actual microphone use, so that's a really long time. And honestly, I've had no problem with it running low with the mic with the RGB on, because I love the RGB. It honestly looks stunning. It's very bright and vibrant. Definitely a great looking RGB that can really help your computer feng shui, if you will. Maono really hit a home run with the noise cancellation. With 3 different settings, you can choose the perfect level of noise reduction for your particular sound environment. And speaking of sound environments, with the AI voice changer, you can change your voice to a number of different settings and things like Deadpool, SpongeBob, VTubers. Like, it's fun to be able to change your voice. So good times await, But all in all, just a great way to go, guys. Not a super expensive mic. In fact, I'll have the best price for you right below. But at times of recording this particular video, I want to say on Amazon. Let me take a look here on Amazon. I'm going to look it up real quick for you. It was looks like $65 on Amazon. So very good price for an amazing microphone. And one other feature I didn't really talk about before, I do want to mention before the end of the video here, is I love the way it's suspended. It's suspended here like a professional microphone, in between the main ring with these little elastic hoops. And that's really going to keep it nice. And these are interchangeable and removable and replaceable if you have a problem. But that's going to keep the amount of noise from the microphone definitely low and help you produce the best audio quality possible, okay? All right, friends, I want to thank you for watching this video. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me, tuxtoys@gmail.com, okay? Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the link.